foreigners coming outside from Norway, do they spend a lot of money?
Yeah, you mean like when they're on vacation? People here spend money on cafes and stuff.
Sorry?
But that's pretty much a cafe. Right?
Cafes, okay.
Yeah. But not so much. Well, clothing as well.
Clothing as well. Okay.
Yeah. But the middle income here is pretty, standard. So
Yeah.
if you're lawyers.
How much % of middle income people are here?
Well, it's very different. Some people like inherit stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because they inherit, then that's how they get the apartments here. But otherwise, they can't afford it normally because it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
But this is like also one of the shopping streets we're in right now.
I see.
So I was just driving this way just to show a bit what's here.
Okay.
And here a lot of people walk during the weekends and just hang out and go to cafes here along the little line.
So this is one of the expensive places in Norway.
Yeah, one of the more
expensive places in Norway. Okay.
And in like the streets inside of here, it's even like behind the castle because the thing is that when the king and queen were more like in charge, right?
Right.
Then the closer you were to the castle, the better you were, right?
Yeah.
So the people that worked for them got the houses closer to the
I see.
city,
Okay.
closer to the castle,
Mm-hmm.
and then the farther you got from it, the cheaper you got, right?
Yeah.
So when we're going down here now, we're going close to the castle actually,
Okay.
and I'm gonna drive you through the embassy area because
Okay.
that's what's like what used to be, or probably is today also the most expensive part, but very few private people live there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think in next 5 to 10 years, looking at Oslo, what do you think it's going to be like? It's going to expand?
Probably. Oslo is kind of big when it comes to the area. It's just at the city center. There aren't becoming a lot tall buildings. So it's not
they're
so
not
much, right?
building. Yeah.
So now we're actually close to the palace. And the king and the queen still lives in the palace.
I see.
Yeah. So
They're still active.
yeah.
Okay.
They don't have actual power,
I see.
but they do sign some kind of documents that that are kind of just showing that they're still kind of the top of the society. So it is still a thing, but they're just kind of signing. They don't actually have the power.
I see.
So to the left here you have the garden of the king and the queen. So yeah, you see the castle in the back there?
Right.
Yeah. And here to the right you see all of the embassies.
Yeah.
So
These are the embassies.
to the right here we're like the right hand of the king and the queen.
Yeah.
Always lives to the right here, and
Okay.
these houses I don't think they're rarely for sale at all. And you can see that to the left here you see there's like a police station
Yeah.
where they kind of look to make sure that things are okay around the castle. So
but there aren't any policies in it.
oh yeah, you can't see inside. Like there's
Okay.
a mirror glass, so
Nice.
they can only see from the inside and the
Yeah, I know. I have seen these pictures. The palace.
yeah. So the palace is just one line. It should have been much bigger. But the problem is that Norway used to be a very poor country.
Oh.
So it was supposed to be 3 times as large, but it turned out to be just like one line in the big building because they weren't allowed to, or they didn't have cash to build it bigger at the time when they built it. And yeah, you can probably also see that there are guards here to the left as stands and guards the building. So if you drive a bit slow here to the left, it should be a person standing. Well, of course they build right now, right?
Yeah.
But behind there, it's normally a person that just guards the whole building and the entrance to the building. And yeah, so everything here is actually even more fancy than we came from. Here it's called Sole, and it's this is where you move when you kind of want to move to one of the fanciest places like at all. So you kind of see the buildings here. A lot of them are from the 1800s.
1800s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of you see on the walls and stuff. They are nice.
Yeah, they have a very good architecture.
Yeah. large, and yeah, very high class.
Yeah, it looks like we are in a high class area.
Yeah. The only thing, it's like very expensive to heat your building up because since the buildings are old, it's also high under the ceiling.
Yeah.
And when it's higher under the ceiling, it's expensive to.
It is. So all the buildings are concrete here.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very weird to see.
But when you're going away from the city, they are not concrete. They are with wood.
Yeah. Yeah, there are also some of the most fancy clubs around here as well. So normally there are long lines in the evenings. So yeah, here you can see buildings look nice, and they're also nice inside.
Yeah, I mean they are well maintained.
Yeah. So maybe I'll move here at some point, but for right now it's it's. Yeah, you can see this. I think this is one of Christian's favorites here, Jewel of India.
This one, yeah, Jewel of India, right?
Yeah.
Did you meet Christian lately?
No, it's a while ago now.
Yeah.
You see all of the, I would like to maybe move here sometime. You see on the left here, you can see that there are balconies.
Yeah.
You know, back in the days when you didn't have toilets and stuff, that's when they actually just threw their, when they went to the toilet, they just threw things out the window.
Wow.
So the
there are no roads back then.
Well, it was roads, but they just threw it out the window because there were nowhere to put it, right?
Oh.
And that was when it was kind of nasty, but that's how it was. Kind of back in the time when you kind of went to the bathroom behind the curtain.
Right, I understand.
Yeah. And there were kids in the streets that were kind of just shoveling it into the what is it called? The system where all of the water goes. So the water you couldn't drink, right? This guy's coming in.
This is a beautiful part of city, I guess.
Yeah.
Very standard. What are the rents looks like for a 2-bedroom apartment here?
2-bedroom, probably cheapest, probably $1,500.
Yeah. So 15,000 krona.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the cheaper ones.
Cheaper ones.
I would say it's going up from there.
I see.
Now we're gonna follow this train here. You see one of those trains, you just have to get out of the way.
yeah. They are fast.
Yeah.
It seems like they don't even look what is in the road. They just go.
Yeah. Pretty much. Even the pedestrians, they don't stop for.
Yeah, that's what. It's strange, right? Because in different parts of the world, pedestrians have less control, but here pedestrians have.
Yeah.
I mean, they can just walk in front of your. Your car, and then
exactly.
I also have when I was in Kirkenes, people they did advise me get as much as public transportation time. You end up with a girlfriend in Norway. I said, well, people they don't even sit next to you.
Oh, right. You see, there's a lot of space. Like, it's like a last resort if you sit next to someone.
Well, there is a lot of space in public transport. People don't sit next to you.
Yeah.
Well, you can introduce yourself to the YouTube.
Oh yeah, I'm
He's my friend. Yoshim, and you can introduce yourself here.
Yeah, I'm Joachim, living in Oslo,
Yes.
enjoying life here. We're just driving around the city, showing things how it is here.
Right.
And yeah, really nice to just drive around and see what is happening on a normal Sunday in Oslo.
in Oslo, beautiful.
And yeah, you can see here's a lot of space between the buildings. That's what's nice on the west side of the city here, that there's...
this is west, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
there's a lot of space. Some places and new buildings don't have a lot of space